Back to some more objection. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, or Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, man. And the last part, man, we took down Mr. White, who was the mastermind of this murder case. Saw Edgeworth finally lose, you know what I mean, and not doing his dirty little tricks on it. And also Mia coming in clutch at the end, freaking winning us the case and configuring herself in Maya, her sister. We did it. We beat the mother trucker, and then now the alleged Faye and Co.'s law offices is now Wright and Co.'s offices, and Maya is my subordinate. So that's what we got. Ate some peaches, man. The peaches all up in my freaking mouth and all. The peaches taste so good, man, especially the hard peaches. Some people say, oh, the juicy one. Oh, the juicy one. No, give me a hard freaking peach. What are you watching now? Is this Super Sentai? The moon. No, it's you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you would ever see. What the frick is happening? See you in hell, evil Magioska. Oh! The warrior's sword gleamed the strike of the moonlight. One had fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. What are you watching? October 14th. Damn, we're all the way in October now. 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. So yeah, so this is now, so we a whole month in now. We have my own office, and now like the murder weapon, the thinker is never going to be used again. So now we got to see what connections do we have now with this actual whatever case this will be. You know what I mean? Maya, that rocked. See you in hell, even Margarita. I don't know what the frick I just said, but all right. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Oh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV! No, I mean, he actually did it in real life! He skewered a villain with a samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office quick. Please, Nick. Yes, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why are you using your normal phone to pick up calls, Maya? What? Nick! It's a Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. So we about to freaking defend a whole actor. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. All right, Mia, or Maya. To the detention center we go. The same police officer just chilling there. October 16th. Detention center visitor's room. What do you look? God, what the frick is that? Look like a damn lion, a little ferocious lion a little bit. Wow. What's wrong? Maya, it's him in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean that guy? Of course it's him. It's the actor, Maya. Do you not know that? Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did a murder at least once, maybe twice. Maya, get out of here, man. Low-key, why are we even partners again? Why are we even partners? Cause you just straight up blaming somebody for murder already. Whoa. What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. God dang. I know you're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed in what though? I don't know nothing about you, my boy. It's that you supposedly killed somebody. You know what I mean? Disappointed? Oh no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with the mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want them to wreck their dreams. Oh, so Maya's dream is completely wrecked as we speak. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think the Steel Samurai now. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. You can't really justify it like that. You know what I mean? We need actual evidence. You know what I mean? Yeah. He didn't do it. Alright, you good though? What happened? Maybe you can start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday, actually. It was only yesterday. The cast had come down to the Global Studios for run-throughs. We went through a few action sequences at 11 o'clock that morning. There was rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around, and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil Marciante was found lying in a crippled heap near the set. But you were with the cast though, were you not? So how does that have anything to pertain with you? You were one of the cast members walking to the area, no? What is in my headset? Okay, I thought someone was in my headset. Yeah, you were, yeah. Damn. Who is using a real spear on that? Right through the heart. They took off his mask and discovered it was Jackhammer. Dead. He had expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai used as a weapon. The Steel Samurai. Maybe you could explain to me what the Steel Samurai is? Nick, how could you say such a thing? I am so sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. What are you talking about? New to the whole what? The Steel Samurai facade or whatever? What are you talking about, Maya? Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of the Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil Masurante and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil Maguriante. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Stop confessing to you actually killing him. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Pyro's alibi. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. You came to the studio at 9 and they said he died at what, 10? No? So you couldn't have been you. We worked through, oh my bad. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsals has begun at 5, but I was a little tired. After lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and I found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will the kids think? What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios, I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. Who willing to bet $10 to ask for autographs? Alright, my boy, trust and believe, I'll see whatever I can do. Hey, you there? You want in? You gotta go through me. Hey man, I've seen my fair share of gilfs, you know what I mean? I think I can go through you. What we got? Will Powers, okay. The doors to the dressing room, it's not locked. Hey Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find someone as a souvenir. Stop sightseeing, Maya. We're in a serious case now. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's a murder weapon for crying out loud. Hey. We can clearly see that symbol sign on the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be, yes, okay. A window to the dressing room. The glass is frosted. You can't see inside. Okay, probably menage a trois, maybe. If you save in this specific area, you do everything back over. I did not know that. You know what I mean? But I'm back. Different shirt. Got my Dr. Pepper shirt on. What the frick is in my beard? Oh shit! God dang! Be blowing my nose. Sometimes I'd be harassing the crap out of my nose. If I'm being honest with you. All right, Nick. This is where. Well, no, I already read all this. Yes. Gotta freaking go towards it a little bit more, but that's okay though. Looks like one of those electric powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to exercise? So low key electric bicycles. I played a little bit with an electric scooter. Fantastic. If you, what the frick? Why is stuff always getting in my beard? Electric scooter is fantastic. Did I play with an electric bike before? I don't think so. Maybe an electric bike. People bike it to get around because they probably don't get a whole car. You know what I mean? But my question is, what you doing when you in a hill situation? You going up a freaking crazy ass, not a hill, a bridge. You going up a crazy ass bridge, you know what I mean? And you all the way to the top. What the frick are you about to do when you're going down? Are you gonna be going down and then be braking a little bit? Because if you do a hard break, your wife's gonna fall and trip over for it if you think about it. You know what I mean? That's the problem. And you know me and my skateboard history. You know what I mean? Like anything like that, like skateboards, bicycles, scooters. Like if you're going downhill, you either have balls or low key, you are waiting to be hit. You know what I mean? Especially if cars are there too, shit, I might as well just give up at that point. But if you be cycling at night though, you a different breed if I'm being honest, if you cycling at night. Because low key, something's in my beard again, god dang. Low key, I don't know, man. I used to ride my bike a little bit, man, around like a park or something. But now I just walk. You know what I mean? And one whole thing, I used to ride. I was so damn big. Like I was able to ride my bike to like a grocery store for real. You know what I mean? But one of the things I was scared of is somebody stealing the bike, though. You know what I mean? I remember one time I went to this grocery store and I just put it on the side of the building. You know what I mean? And thankfully, I'd be praying. You know what I mean? That bike is still there. You know what I mean? Praying. Because somebody could easily freaking take that bike. But another thing is like the freaking the pranks or whatever. Have y'all seen the freaking pranks where somebody strapped the bike with like a tether or whatever, and somebody steals the bike, going, and then straight up gets to the farthest the tether can go, then flips their ass over? It's low key harassment, but low key is deserved though if you think about it. I'm low-key thinking it could possibly be that damn security guard. That damn her ass, she glazing the samurai who died, you know what I mean? Oh my god, he was like, he didn't deserve to be trashed upon. He deserved to be the main star. God, maybe she low-key giving it to him low-key, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of bouncing. But she hates upon my lion main guy, you know what I mean? So I think she did it just to play with him a little bit. But if you think about it, if she really cared about the samurai spear guy, why would she kill him? You know what I mean? But something about her, maybe she covering for somebody a little bit. That's the thing, man. Oh, Powers is the lion main dude. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must be giving these to the employees. Low key, if I was given free snacks every day, shit. Low key, I went to Costco today, and Costco, I gotta give you some respect here. I'm a Sam's Club mother trucker. You know what I mean? And y'all remember, I pulled out my executive membership whenever I played Persona 4. They finally opened at 9 a.m. You know what I mean? For people with the executive memberships, 1 hour early. I went in there. I could finally search the place. I could finally look everywhere. You know what I mean? Whenever it's 10, people in the freaking parking lot, all the way in the parking lot with their carts and all that, man. Get it the frick out of my face. And even if the store is already open, I can't get nowhere by the bakery, nowhere by the deli, rotisserie. I'm getting blocked. Everybody in my way, man. But now, thankfully, I went over there. I'm probably sweating like a mug, Loki. I went over there to the bakery finally, and I grabbed. Okay, Loki, I'm big as hell. Crispy marshmallow cookies. Yes, I know y'all heard that. Crispy marshmallow cookies. Low key, those are basically Rice Krispie treats as cookies, my boys and maybe gals. Crazy. Absolutely crazy to think that they made that. 24 of them. By the end of today, there's going to be at least 2 of them, or at most 2 of them left. What else we got? Morning buns. Yes, morning buns. I was talking to an old lady. I'm like, what the hell is this? And she's like, I've never had these before, but they look like cinnamon rolls a little bit. Maybe you got to heat them up. Delicious. A guy home ate that. Delicious. Oh my God. It had a little bit of fruitiness in there. Delicious. Oh my God. White cheesecake filling cake. Hear me out a little bit. Y'all know me. I don't be rocking with cheesecake, but maybe they can do me a little bit of justice because Costco seem like the type that they can actually bake. They can actually bake a little bit. You know what I mean? They seem like the type they can actually bake a little bit. No hate towards Sam's, but I know Costco can at least probably bake a little bit. You know what I mean? I can't wait to try that. Oh my, I can't wait. What else I got? Lemon bites. Lemon bites. I love lemon. I love it every single time. Anything lemon, I gotta try it. I got to. You know what I mean? I gotta eat that up. And lastly, apple fritter donut holes. Yes, apple fritter donut holes. I like a little bit of fruitiness and with a little bit of fruitiness. You know what I mean? God. Whoever, the apple fritter and the lemon bites, those are not from the bakery. But whoever in that bakery part of my Costco, y'all deserve your respect. Y'all deserve your respect. I can't wait to try that cake. And when I try that cake, I'm about to come back and tell y'all about it. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. All right, my boy. I used to be a little bit of the spiky hair whenever I used to get the sponge, whenever I had hair, you know what I mean? I really think by close to the end or maybe towards the beginning of year 2026, I will indefinitely be bald. Said to someone, so do you have like a sixth sense, phantom pain? You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about whenever if I ever get a VR is phantom pain. I saw a video of this freaking people in VR chat, and this person was throwing like I think an orange at one person, and then this other person like, yo, stop, she has phantom pain. And I'm like, damn, what the frick is phantom pain? Kept on throwing it, the guy kept on throwing it, the girl was like, ah! Like low-key, I guess phantom pain low-key real. And I looked it up. Phantom pain is where the person feels it without actually feeling it. You feel it in the VR world, so you felt it in real life. You know what I mean? So like say you stab at somebody, they feel all those stabs throughout them. You know what I mean? October 18th, 10 a.m. District Courtroom number 4. We end that at, I guess, Edgeworth too? You've been edging ever since you freaking lost? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call the most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. His ass is about to get fired. His ass dumb as hell. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with a guide map here. To understand the case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here, the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady there, the GILF, at the studios, was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station is the gate, see? Past there are the studios. And here is Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there was only 3 people here. Penny, the security lady, Powers, and even freaking Jackhammer. So if you think about it, Jackhammer, Powers, and somebody else. The victim, Jackhammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. After lunch, the victim Jackhammer went to the Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to the Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. You know what he did? That mother trucker died. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? No, get the frick off the stage. Should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip, I don't want to. I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Alright. I should have low-key read that, Your Honor. This case is quite similar if you ask one question. And that question is, where was Will Powers during all of this? Oh shit! No, you can't trust her. She freaking hated upon Will Powers ever since. What did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer lady to the stand. Let's see. Her ass want to be lying out her teeth. Look at you. Well, that sound like a good toad for us? Sooner or later, man. I'm just gonna have to start acting. You know what I mean? Did that sound like a good toad for the new Mario 2 movie that's gonna be coming out 2028? But if anybody's watching this and they see playing the new Donkey Kong Bonanza, I can't wait till one day I get a Switch 2, if it ever goes on sale, be playing all them Switch 2 games. I'm telling y'all, man, I can't wait. Will the witness declare her name? You're so handsome. Give babies. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Her ass, she's salivating just looking at your hair. Your name, please. I'm liking it a little bit. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma and maybe your lover. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. It's all right. Talking too damn much. Objection. I object to the witness talking. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know, your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. Ain't y'all low-key the same age a little bit, my boy? I gotta respect the baldness, you know what I mean? If I do go bald, I gotta have a beard just like him. But if little tissue stuff be getting in my beard, how have y'all seen now? Food about to get in my beard now. If I had a long ass beard like that. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness testimony. Witness account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. What errands? Low-key finding somebody, your little second-year murder assistant to freaking kill the mother trucker? What errands you doing? Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. You working a 4-hour shift? Why you working a 4-hour shift? And you say you full-time? Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was headed towards the studio. I already know how I'm about to freaking get through that mother trucker. I already know. How do you know it was Powers straight up? You don't see his face, so anybody could be in that costume, mother trucker. You saw the defendant then, Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, my boy. All right. I already know how we're about to do this because that picture plays a big role. How could you fully say it was Powers? You know what I mean? She said, on the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Hold it! So, up until that time, anybody who wanted to could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So, what she's saying is, no one was supposed to be there could get in. But remember, the person with the little gate was open, you know what I mean? Somebody went through there swiveling a little bit, you know what I mean? Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing oh my bad. I've been doing a run through. Yo ass was glazing his ass. Hold that ass. A run through. They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil Masciate. There, you can get the basics figured out by noon, and where to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. So if rehearsal was supposed to start at 5, why the frick are y'all doing it at 1? That's why poor old Hammer went to the studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing? What? If there was a run through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? So hold on, let me see something. So we got this. Get the spear, chest of the victim. Okay. To run that morning? What errands? What kind of errands? He's about to object me for this because this is irrelevant to the case. Oh well, a sex toy. I'm not gonna go that far. Answer the question. Irrelevant. Objection. Oh, actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing you know? So that was your errands? So you just straight up told us you watching them fight and anybody could have went through if they had the... Damn, mother trucker, you trashing your job. That's why, low-key, you ain't ever gonna make no money, man. 4-hour shifts? You can't pay $5 an hour. Frick out of my face. But low-key in 2001, maybe $5 an hour was something. Frick no. Observer, weren't you supposed to be guarding the station? Oh, this was something I told you. I unlocked the gate. Did I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see that way. Where is the boss? Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run through. Always. Her ass, she low key. What's it, gushing? Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Man, what the frick? Okay, anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? I did see poor old Hammer, or did I see no. He already gone to the studio back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. Is it the main game from 5? Okay. So you were watching the whole time, no breaks, not even a second. She's working a 4-hour shift. The most of her break can get is like a 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, I'm a professional, you know. Or you're criticizing how I do my job, or what's my snapper? Nope, I was just after seeing you. It was just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can't watch the guard and eat donuts at the same time. Snapper Wapper! Snapper Wapper. Old mind bag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. Did you see? What did you see? The murder was at 2:30, right? The murder happened at 2:30. Let me see. Cause of that 2:30. All right. How do you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts, and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. His ass about to get fired, low key. Freaking Edgeworth gonna be like, you're gonna have your evaluation, and you're not gonna have your job afterwards. Or Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked by at 2? 2, are you sure? Sure, spit. Whoa, who was that man? Really? You should try not to get so excited at your age. You might stray, so I'm done doing that voice. I can't do that voice no more. I'm literally hurting. The immersion is off now. Those powers, that man right there, he was headed towards the studio. Present that ass. Present! Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. Phoenix, your ass is not funny. I'm not funny. Let's not make this awkward now, all right? Just go on with it. You know what I mean? You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in the photo, aren't you? Just one moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. On that ass, Judge. You see that? How's that Powers? You can't even see that mother trucker. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai defender of Neo Ode Tokyo. Miss Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers you saw? Of course! Did your mama teach you what it says, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? Yo ass dumb as hell. It doesn't matter if Powers be wearing that freaking outfit. If you don't see his face, how can it be him? Dumb mother trucker? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that does not mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai or that ass, my boy. I know it. I wasn't born yesterday. Low key, I know you weren't born yesterday. You got little wrinkles and all that, but low key, I know you can give it up. Now, no one in the court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old back, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? No, it's the old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known of all the information in your possession ahead of time. How can I know everyone was gonna be so noisy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that picture to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Her ass, Edgeworth Loki loses his cool for real. Let's hear about your proof then. Witness testimony. The man in the photo. I never saw anything. I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of his props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty badly. Low-key, I sprained my ankle. Pain. No, I didn't sprain. Rolled. I guess, is that the same thing? Roll and sprain or whatever? I was out of commission. I couldn't do nothing, man. I was freaking hopping on one leg trying to go shit my pants. You know what I mean? Straight up pain, I say, man. Now look at the picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew those Powers, Happy. Yo ass lying out your teeth. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Can't Powers just come through here and walk and see how he walks? She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Ah! Like a little pig. Oink. Cross-examination. I never say anything. I don't mean, mind you. I never say anything? What does that mean? Hold it. Whatever. Whisper snapper. Hey, I haven't even said anything yet. I have you know, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. It's about Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, try not to upset the witness. Hey, I'm trying my best, but her ass going crazy on it. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene. Hold that ass. Who was present at the run-through? Powers and Hammer. Let's see, it was Powers and he's the Steel Samurai. The poor old Hammer, the Evil, and me. No Petty? Why won't Petty be there? And what exactly were you doing? She was watching, salivating of looking at a jackhammer. Observing, just observing. She was low-key getting off at that. Low-key, at that age, you know what I mean? You gotta find satisfaction through any means necessary, you know what I mean? What about the assistant? Oh, she was moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Hold that ass. Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he was supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. He doesn't look like he's holding a spear though. And then he sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? Low-key, what were you doing? A little bit of a happy ending or something? What were you doing, ma'am? I kissed it where it hurts. So you kissed his ankle and you somehow reached to the D? I gotta respect it. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, hers? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Something about the sisters is low-key fishy a little bit. You may continue with your testimony. Let me see. The guy map would do nothing. It has to be the spear. He broke one of the traps. What prop? If she said it was a spear, he broke a prop? Boom! You sure he's sure did his own samurai spear. Samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily, it was with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. We better to write this down in the court record. Okay, the murder weapon, a break in the shaft has been welded with duct tape. Has nobody saw the duct tape? Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Hold that ass. Well, Mr. Powers' ankle sprained badly? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went into his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus, the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Why would he drag his foot in a costume, though? He was in costume. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me, which is, where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Oh, well, actually, well, couldn't find it. We're looking through. Hmm. Anyway, that's not important. It kind of is, though. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? Hmm. And it's all clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Judge, why are you freaking just blindly following everything? Aren't you supposed to be hearing us out? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object! Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that's his photo shown on the Steel Samurai? Nowhere in this photo can you see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on the camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. No, Your Honor. Well, allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. I'm gonna give it up to you later. The witness account. So this is new. Okay. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw to the studio before that was Will Powers. No one else went there. Not even the assistant? Or was the assistant already in the backdrop or whatever? If they had, I would have seen them. You gotta be lying out your teeth. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. Witness account continued. The time of proof was the death was 2:30. That's true. But what? What else you got? How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Low-key donuts are low-key delicious. Give me a freaking chocolate glazed, please. The only person I saw go there was Will Powers. How? We have the picture. You don't see him. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. You sure? What about before you got to the guard station? Because you were glazing mother trucker Hammer. You mean before 1 p.m.? Yes, you were observing and all that, you nasty old hag. Why everyone was at the employee area before then? And I locked the main gates so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Maybe it's Penny. Penny was eye gazing freaking Jackhammer. You know what I mean? She was eye gazing it, as we saw with the picture of the donuts. Maybe she has some type of ill will a little bit towards him. You know what I mean? The witness has answered this question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass through the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? My dear. Old Windbag sure has balls, or well, you know what I mean. Old Windbag has a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for the matter, entry or entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Alright, so what can I present here on that ass? The time of death was at 2:30, yes. I want to still bring this up, though. How do you know it was Will Powers? Can I check? His ass is hurting a little bit. I am not about to lie, his ass is hurting a little bit. That is still his cause of death. Present? No, check. The main gate, they'll have to go through there to get to Studio 1, and she said she closed it. Break his shaft mended with duct tape? It has to be Will Powers again. We could still bring up that evidence. How can it be Will Powers? We could still bring that up, no? Present that ass. How is it Will Powers? If you don't see his face, there's no way it can be him. What are we talking about? Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. How the frick is it Will Powers? This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes here, it automatically takes a picture. And there, I thought you didn't know your head from your hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It is also true that the computer in the guard station records records all security camera data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, you might have an opening. Why would I work 4 hours a day getting paid $5 an hour? Get the frick out of my face. Yo ass is getting scammed low key. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo 2. Where's photo 1 on that ass? Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. But where's photo 1? The issue here is the bit at the end. Where it says photo 2. Oh, photo 2? The computer only held data for one photo on the day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it's really the only photo? All that ass. I see the little booty a little bit. Build like a V for real. Build like a V for real. Hey, you got something back there. Order. Please tell the court what's real on this, Mr. Wright. If it's photo 2, my boy, it should be photo 1. That means the old mother trucker took the photo out, you know what I mean, and tossed it or hid it, so it made it seem like it was Powers to begin with, you know what I mean? So what else you need, my boy? Actually, that's why I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went in the studio that day. Exactly, Petty and Jackhammer. Why are there no photos for them? Yet, there is only data for one of the photos. Who can ever erase the data from the other photo? Mother trucker freaking the security lady, cause she be looking at the cameras, eye gazing it, eating her donuts, that freaking fat old nasty mother trucker. All that ass. Only someone with access to the security lady herself. You watch your mouth, wouldn't you, Snapper? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. Cap. Jackhammer was right there with him too, but the camera on the gates fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what I would seem to mean. Can't the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these little fragile computer things. Now you trying to act like you too old. You too old for this technology, man. Get out of my face. All right, edgy boy, help. Edgy boy, believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are, you whippersnapper too. I know you want to milk him. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, old bag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate is someone other than the Steel Samurai? Her ass, why does she have this job? Well, yes, I suppose. Yeah, you could put it that way. Why do you have the job if you can't? You said I can see them low key. I can see everything that comes through. I'm not blind. I see. Your testimony, please. Low key, this is the 3rd time we had this. The other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I got through the photo records of the security computer and checked them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Why would you throw out all those photos though? Miss Olbach, this is first I've heard of this. Why would you throw out, ain't that just files? Just file all that. Why would you throw out all those photos? Well, of course, Sonny boy. I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Well, I'd say it was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. God! Cross-examination, the other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one important job to do. Why did you not bring this up from the start? Another job. So Loki, she may be $4, like locate extra $4 an hour, $9 an hour? That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. What? I throw it. Why would you press that ass? How exactly do you determine that isn't suspicious looking? What is suspicious looking? Well, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Mr. Will Powers photo, did I? We don't know it's Will Powers. I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. And what did that photo contain? Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. A fanboy? Still samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging out. The one was there that day. Objection on that ass. Wait a second, did you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. On that ass. Phoenix, you on that ass, my boy. Well, if you must know, it's a train that goes into the employee area. The grate had been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. People do anything for a picture, you know what I mean? Some people, I think I saw a clip from like when Tom Hanks was with his wife or whatever, and people all up on them, you know what I mean? And I think his wife fell. He said, back the frick up. Back up. Like low key, like some of y'all, bro, even with the words, sure, maybe I'll get some backlash from this. K-pop biases. I love me some K-pop. The women look so good. But some of y'all, man, low-key gotta calm the frick down, you know what I mean? Like, be going crazy a little bit with it. Like, stop praising celebrities, you know what I mean? They don't know you. The people don't know you, you know what I mean? Just treat them, I know you could look up to them, you know what I mean? But don't try to be extra with it and try to do so much stuff with them, you know what I mean? Like, just if you ask for an autograph, boom, get an autograph. But look, chill out. But back with the Tom Hanks thing, the people were taking a picture of him, asking him questions, all that, and they're just trying to get to the car. Take your picture or whatever, but let them get to their car. Don't be all up on them, like low-key, like touching them a little bit. Like, where have we got to a point where we can't respect people's privacy a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, celebrities, bro, respect their privacy. You know what I mean? Like, they are people too. You know what I mean? Like, they are. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. So that's how they got through the grade, because a kid could fit through. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. So you tell me there's no way? What? What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg, and the other was a boy who looked like to be about in the 2nd or 3rd grade. Are we about to put a kid on trial? We can't do that. Oh yes, well we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. It's a spear heavy? Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Why though? Oh, Nick, what's going on? We may have to put a boy on trial, Maya. I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will take a 5-minute recess. Alright. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. I am, and no forgetting vital information this time. We've been through this 3 times, even with freaking the murder of Mia. They keep on forgetting stuff and bringing up new things and all that. Like, why are we forgetting information? Shit. Am I gonna talk to Edgeworth straight up? It's like, what the frick did we just hear? Okay, Powers, Mr. Powers. Yes. Tell me straight. Were you really in the dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? And Loki, who in 6th and 7th, what y'all feeding the kids, Loki? Who in 2nd or 3rd grade, tall as hell, big as hell, and able to wield a spear on that? You know what I mean? Who? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room, and that's probably why the costume was gone, because the fanboy Loki probably has it for real. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I'll try my best to defend you, my boy, but if we have to put a kid on trial, how are we gonna know that specific kid? You know what I mean? Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? Prosecution thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claims. There is another person who could have committed the crime. A kid! I said it. Kids be killing. All of them be killing. Order. Interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes were high enough. So, who is this person other than Will Powers that have committed murder? An assistant girl? The grade school boy? The security lady? Okay, the assistant is 18. She is young. She is young. Shit, this is about to hurt me drastically. Okay, hold up. Let me save. So, let me see. I can't really see back at that. She was eye looking freaking, jackhammer. And in that, she hated him a little bit. I don't think it's the security lady, because that's too much. The assistant girl, she's the only one I could think of who could be in here. You know what I mean? Planning it out and all that. Maybe she looked up to Powers because he said, "What type of girl do you think I am?" But hated upon Jackhammer. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Why we can't blame a grade school boy. He can't carry that. The assistant girl. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai isn't the picture, or in the picture is really assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I can't object to that. What else can you say? You're serious. You've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo. Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, bad feeling timing. Shit! Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Powers and the poor Hammer were at the run-through. And oh me, what about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Shit! The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look at the Steel Samurai. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume? But she couldn't walk. The Steel Samurai walk. She would have limped. Oh, the kind of that kind of takes the leg out of the undercase. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. All right, low key, I'm loading it back up. Hold up. Let me load this back up. See ya. Back at it. Maybe it looked like they're limping because they couldn't fully freaking. Oh yes, but no, look at the arms though. The arms look buff. They look buff. What kind of 10-year-old has buff arms like that? But the costume can't fully fit them though, because it's dragging a little bit. You know what I mean? The only other person I can think of is the kid. The kid committed it. It was a grade school boy. I got it right though. Why isn't anyone saying anything? Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills a veteran actor star with a spear? For one thing, the murder weapon was with the steel samurai. Wouldn't you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe. How about absolutely, Nick? Right? I'm loading it back up. Load. So we're saying it's the old lady? That would make sense. I can never be an attorney. She's the only one that would know about the limping. So she would act like it's limping. And since she's not big enough, she can't fully fit that costume. That's why it's dragging a little bit. I am low-key stupid and I can never be an attorney. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Well, who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning injury. Maybe because they have been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag! What? Whippersnapper? Loki, I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry, assistant, for blaming y'all, but it's Loki the old lady on that ass. I can never be an attorney. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai's costume. Then slipped into the Studio 1, the scene of the murder. But she was glazing a low-key jackhammer. While she killed him, she was glazing him a little bit. Loki, is the glaze too much for him? Or for her? Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She wants to put the blame on freaking Will Powers. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could put the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Exactly. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pronounces? Does Edgeworth know the only way it could be, the only person it really could be is the old lady? Does he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have opinions on the matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Mother trucker, it's you! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you think it was me? Is that it? Auntie boy, don't sit there and do something. What's my move? Maybe now is my chance to take this to the whole way. Press further on that ass. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in the case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? Yes, you glaze him a little bit, but you'll do something poor to put blame on freaking Powers for real. Something happened with Powers, maybe he didn't look good to you. And say, you know what, let me just end his life real quick. Loki, you chose to kill Hammer for that. I don't know. You forgot that Mr. Powers lacked a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait, just a minute. What about the person who went to the studio? The boy. There was only whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though. As you said, second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Why would you do that though? And why? And Powers is a 37-year-old? He can low-key defend himself a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, no. Your thought, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How could you be so sure? What would a fanboy low-key, he may glaze freaking the Steel Samurai for real and see the evil Masiante, but he can't wield the spear, it's too heavy. He's not big enough to freaking go through to wear the costume and all that. He's small like that. It can only be you old mother trucker. Or is it nice to be or is it be nice to the kids? I mean, and me to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? What proof do you have? The assistant or what? Indeed. Then let's see the proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could have committed this murder? What proof do I have? I've never even seen this. He doesn't have a card key. But he could go through the thing though. Breaks in half the shaft? Shit, what proof do I have? Shit. I want to say it's a card key. The scene of the murder, as we know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Oh, I got it right. I got it right. It's speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. I did not know I got that right. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Miss Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What's her name? Something old bag, Your Honor? Even all of us hate her ass, low-key. She get the frick off the stand. Then the prosecution will look further into the old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. I did not know I got that right. On that ass. Wait a second! I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree, me. I'm talking. What the frick are you talking about, you old mother trucker? Even Maya's like, who is this old mother trucker? Just die already. Loki, die, ho. Oh, great. Stop the press. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. And who told you that? Not to talk about? By whom? Don't say the detective, because the detective, he definitely lost his job. Huh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Edgeworth is low-key shocked as ever. I've never seen him like this. Well, testify. On that ass again? My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had something to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend I hadn't been at the studio that day. And they gave me $25 just to be quiet. Do anything for some money. But if you're going to go accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. What do you think of this, Judge? Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why don't you keep this? Why did you keep it from the court now? My boy. We've been together for 3 trials. Everybody is keeping information from us. Nobody will bring up evidence that's crucial. I'm sorry. Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut up my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. All right. So she told her to shut the hell up, maybe get like $20, $25. Here, $25 right here. Shut your ass up about any of this. You know what I mean? Global Studios won't object that. Why though? Are they not scared to freaking be sued? So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio of the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Edgeworth is losing it. Do you see that mother trucker? His ass about to jump off his little stand and comfort her ass low key. Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We're all in on it. What? There were some other people at the studio that day. Hold it. Who? Who are these people? Well, the director and the producer for the starters. Shit, I didn't even think about that. The director. Alright. We should have known someone was fishy. How could they have done a run through of their action scenes without a director? That is true. Shit. Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised when I asked about it. So where were these people? And why wasn't a picture taken of them to begin with? The director was in the employee area at the morning, or all morning for the run through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Yes, according to the map, there was a Studio 2, my boy. Gumshoe literally gave us that. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. So we're gonna have to go through that. The path where the monkey's head has fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but continue on that ass. They said they had nothing to do with it. See? Now, look, we gotta bring them up. We got to. Miss Oldbag, this trial is for a murder. I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side, $25. You got $25. You got your bonus and you still talked? I think I asked all the questions I have to ask. Keep going. What? I gotta know everything. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Global Studios wanted me to be quiet about something. Oh, is that all? Okay. She got a little bonus. $45 is a bonus? That would mean how they got access because they are directors. And nothing to do with it. They told me just to pretend I hadn't seen the studio that day. I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Damn. Who were these people? The director. Yeah, I already been to that. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yes, we still stand here. They have not been questioned. I hold it that it's impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have we been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Why would you not say anything about the freaking director and the other people? Why? Just for a little bonus of $25? Thanks. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Yes, my boy. Don't worry. I got your back. Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, what should I say? Well, we'll be going to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about the director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. And now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who was in the steel samurai costume? No, it could be the director or the other person. Could it really been the old windbag? No, I don't think she can carry that spear. What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying some time back there. So someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Don't feel sorry for her. Her ass low-key hateful for real. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we have to be back to visit you soon. Thanks, you guys. All right, to be continued. On that ass, for real, on that ass. So she got paid $25 as a bonus just to freaking not say nothing, man. How you must be living good if $25 as a bonus is livable. Yes, save. What the frick are you? Holy shit. What the hell are you? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. He looks like he be jacking it to the freaking Will Powers. Or is he the fanboy? Whatever. He can't be the fanboy. You look like a grown dude. Whatever, level 14 minutes. I'm not reading that. His name is Sal Manilia. It takes you to lose shows of Steel Samurai Mind. Read the film credits? What? What are we talking about? Who's Sal? I'm really sorry. I just look so sorry. Is he like the producer or director? You're quite alright, really. It's fine. I cannot stand looking at your face. You look ugly as shit. I'm being honest with you. What is it? You know, on a closer inspection. Yes, hot. Get that freaking tongue out of my face. She's 17. Hey, do Joes do a lot of cosplay? Cause costume rocks is you wanna get the frick out of us. The Rocksters? The frick? Hey, you drooling? Buffer over. You're triggered. Okay, I'm not reading that. Yes, it's coming right. Pink Princess. The sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Dad Tokyo. Pink Princess? What is going on, Little Old Tokyo? Why can't I just have a cool name like Neo Ode Tokyo? Maya, you really need to talk about cool. So his ass, he could be so he's definitely the director. Why are you sweating so much though? And you are 32, slobbering over looking at a 17-year-old. You going to jail, trust and believe. Nastiness, man. The day of the crime. Did you notice anything unusual of the day of the murder? You know, shooters are... I am not reading that. That's right. It was a pretty regular day if we had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from the lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy, I didn't get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, I hate missing out on food. You look like you need to lose some weight, so do I. Nick, what does shucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in the meeting room at noon till 4 p.m. with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he is telling the truth, the meeting gives him an alibi. Okay, the producer. But the producer, who was at the meeting with you? Oh, you mean Dave Anciantes? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way, scarier though, Swift. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. The bigwigs. Who exactly are these bigwigs? People who... these bigwigs people keep mentioning. Oh, the boss over here and the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They powered into a luminous and got here right around noon. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they are a reliable witness. Alright. So she's the producer. All we know of is Vantiantes. He's the director. Vantiantes is the producer. But low-key, she got some bigwig help though. You know what I mean? There's nothing I really gotta examine. Get the frick out of my face, please. What is this? It's a little early for giving up, don't you mind? Is this Mia? Oh, you've got it one lead. Should've known. Mia, do something to me, please. I should've known. Mia, it's you. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way. Am I telling you, losers? What can we give him? Can we give him the picture of the samurai so we can bribe him a little bit? He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way to bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last chance at hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Hey, your breasticles do be looking good. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Okay, let's move back to the studio. You look like you out of breath. 100% out of breath. What the frick you doing? Jesus. What's wrong? She's been chasing that boy the whole time. I catch him. It sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. You got a hostage? You caught him? Hostage, tell me, you caught him? What is this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand her and for all that huffing and puffing. Jesus, God. That hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea, Miss Oldbag, might I? No! I'll catch that, Brett, if it's the last thing I do. Oh, Phoenix, do you have anything you might want to trade her? Trade? I wonder. The sleeping pills so she can sleep? What else? She's too busy catching her breath to tell me anything? What can I trade her? The keys? Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this just so you know. Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back. The men are exhausted? Are you serious? She is perfectly cool now. She about to go crazy whenever she's in there. Will, trust and believe, my boy. It looking like you're guilty. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest with you, we have nothing. The producer and the freaking director, they have an easy alibi that they're not even included. The kid said he saw the samurai straight up, the same one with the picture. We have nothing. If I'm being honest with you, but I still believe you're innocent. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try my best. Maybe if I can press them a little bit so they can splatter out anything. Maybe if Penny could come on the stand, because Penny even said something that she should not be said, or something that should not be said. But we're gonna have to see. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, my boy. Mr. Wright. Yes. Why do you look so unhappy, my boy? I just explained it all to you. Aren't you listening? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. At least the breasticles do look good. Mia, please tell me you got some sort of objection up your sleeve. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. I get it. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know, we're going to this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. Let's go. October 19th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Courtroom, number 4. Who we got? Edgeworth again? Nobody up to the stand? Mia's breasticles. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready. Whatever we got. The frick. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to my attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may claim your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it will be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal the freaking freak, bro. Get the freak out of my face. Or that director. Freaking get your ass sweaty. You were already sweating prior to this. Will the witness say his name and profession? How rude and what does that even say? How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make Steel the Samurai Noob Roth. Why? I hate whatever text be coming like that. Or just make it just be the words. Sal Melian, I'm the director of television. Were you at the Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. Alright. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Her ass, she a killer for real. The day of the murder. I was at the studio around 9 that morning. During the morning I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else is at lunch. Ate lunch in the employee area. You see freaking Penny though? Penny is eye staring Hammer low-key. I think Penny low-key could have done it. But I had a meeting in the studio, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting room until 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Alright, man. The time for Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time? Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. On that ass now. The day of the murder. So, let's see. What do I have? So we have the head. We have this contain photos of every victory scene and every yes. We have the sleeping pills and all of that. So we gotta press that mother trucker, hold that ass. Is that when you always come in to work? Oh well, no, I come in all sort of hours. It's just industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Yo ass low-key freaky. We gotta check your hard drive. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. Hold that ass. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil. Was anyone else at the run through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. That covers her. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just 4. Alright, it took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on for so long? Just you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, thus the limp. Which, of course, led me missing my lunch. Oof. Rolling on the floor, starving. I heard that everyone at the lunch ate the. What exactly did they have for lunch? That's T-Bone saying. The assistant cooks them up. You look at the assistant, I guess, of age. So I can't really cut you some slack there because of the age gap, but. I kinda have to, I guess. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough? Phoenix, yeah. Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's a little vague, it's contradictory. It's a little vague. Actually, there is something bothering me. Mr. Manuel, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak? Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave my starvation. I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something. My boy, I don't know what else I got. The meeting around 4? What were you discussing? The story and our budget? I get this. The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manuel, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children? Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can, you freaking nasty ass freak. Get the frick out of my face. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs, and this is the last thing I got. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, no one, not at all. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit me with it later. Phoenix! If his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can to find out where he's lying. Right. I don't know where he's lying, that's the thing. Oh, okay, so I found out. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table. I do have a cough drop in my mouth. There was 2 plates of the same kind of plates. There was 2 plates, the same kind of plates that were the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. Yo ass, get your freaky ass out of my face. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspect as much. What exactly did you eat? I took 1 break during that meeting. and I wolfed it down there. A mental image will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. They took a break in the meeting. That contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one more bit. What you got? Wait a second. Mr. Manuel, you just contradicted yourself. Did you just tell the court that you ate the T-bone steak during a break? Well, Mr. Manuel, what's this all about? Oh, well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manuel, your testimony, please. You really think that's all? Oh, that's worth his laughing. Witness's testimony. The break. Oh, yeah. We took a break, but there was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 and base 12. What the frick are you talking about? What is that? Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in the studio, lol. Yo ass is lying. You guys took a break, 2:15. Okay, let's think. The head fell at 2:15 to 4 p.m. He said he took a 15 break. The time of death of the freaking hammer was at 2:30. If it was 15 minutes, somebody could have killed them. Somebody, not saying him. Somebody could have killed them in that 15 minutes. You know what I mean? That's just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Somebody low key, yeah. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Yeah, it could not be enough time. Low key though, whenever I eat my steak, it somehow always become cold because people be saying, "Yo, rest your steak, and I rest it so the juices can pile up, but it becomes cold, like lukewarm a little bit. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong. All right, so the break. What I think, we took a little break. So first thing, why did you even say that? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around, boom, got that ass. 2:30, time of death. That's the time of the death. So he could have gone to the studio. One, killed Hammer and come back. Guess it is possible time-wise. But it was only 15-minute break. Why are you being extra with him, my boy? Shut your ass up. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There is 2 plates on the table. Yo ass, hey, I'm big as hell too. Let's be honest, were you stuffing your face with 2 meats at the same time? Alright, the other one was Diva's, Divanquez's plate. Divanquez, the producer, to eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. And every time somebody say we commit the murder, lol? Why is that? Have we had enough of this pointless line of questionery? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. But you gotta think about the time and place, though. He said he had it from 2:30 to 2:45. The time of death was at 2:30. What are you talking about? Is it possible for any one of them to go to the studio 1? What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to the studio 1? I am suggesting that, my boy. I have the freaking autopsy. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is crucial. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to the studio 1? I claim it out loud. If I agree to let everyone in the trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the morning. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. All right, I've got the judge thinking now. This man doesn't know shit. What? Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You could have been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Please tell me you ain't pulling up another. Surely you knew that from two. Shit. It was blocked. But how are they able to get the stake though? You know what I mean? Miss Monkey Head was falling across the path. Whoa, you're right. Shit. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the crime scene was blocked. The fallen Miss Monkeyhead bearing the way. You do got a point, my boy. What the frick else could we do? It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point, and somehow I feel no desire to correct him. What else do we got? No counter argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to reveal Mr. Moen. Shit! It's over. Look at your thick ass, man. I could just see, just looking at your physique. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there is several other people in Studio 2 off the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. I 100% think it could be Penny. All that is lacking this decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. Is the costume supposed to be dragging like that, barely fitting towards the bottom? If we had that, I'm afraid I would have found Mr. Powers guilty, Your Honor. The prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence, a witness. Please do not bring Penny to the stand. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? The witness saw a very moment. Who? The boy? Who's on our side? Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Mia, you did absolutely nothing to help me. No objections at all. What the frick are you doing? Bicycles do look good though. What do you do now, Mia? What do we do now? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. So how are they able to get the food? I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going on? What's gonna happen to me? I kind of seems like everyone in the courtroom thinks I did it. My boy, everything's pinned up against you, if I'm being honest. There's nothing, we have no leads, unless we could bring the 7-year-old to say something. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it, I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself, be strong. You are the Steel Samurai hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This is one for the kids. Let's do it. Bicycles look good. Thank you for Capcom for giving me a shot, I guess. But what the frick are we able to do in this? Who's the other witness? Penny? The kid or Vanquest? Who? Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler, of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking his moral high ground. Mother trucker wants to try to make me a bad guy for real. However, we have no choice. Prosecution calls Cody Hackinson to the stand. He gave it to his face. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange the box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Everybody eating damn donuts, God. And put that damn camera down. When the witness said his name and grade in school. Witness, my boy, calm down. You harassing them more than what you were talking about me. What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. That's twerp. Cody, answer his question, okay? Oh, yes, mommy. The next lady. I'm Cody Hackinson. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long day. Miss Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present near the Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps what's a beard over there? Just Miss Edgeworth, we'll be fine. I prefer a bearded gentleman. Very long day. God, I like how they can have some comedic moments in here. Incredibly, decisively, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like a special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying that to barge in terms with a kid and you lost? I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but it brings it with me everywhere I go. Phoenix, what if he had that camera on the day of the murder? You better make a note of that in the court record. Okay. Still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. With this account. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map of on the internet and went to the studio that day. I went throughout the woods, off the path, so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow, pow. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Shit. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Reminder, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we've seen in here, honestly. Let's see what we can do. Phoenix. On that ass. You want to see? Okay. You really like Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I got to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh. My dad always takes me. Poor dad. His ass. That's like taking a kid to Disney World, low key. If I ever had a child, we are not going to Disney World, low key. If you're taking your kid to Disney World when they're too young, before they can even read for real, you just wasting your damn money at that point. You know what I mean? What the frick are they about to remember? I found a map on the internet. Was that the day of the first? Was that day the first time you've been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple times. I've never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady always yells. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk without the cutting me off all the time? Jeez. Oh, that brat. I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Oof, off the path. Yeah, you know how the studios are in the valley there? If you go off the path a little, somebody could have done that low key. One of the people from the studio could have done that. If you go off the path a little through the woods, that's where I was. I see. Anyhow, someone could have done that low key. I was going to the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh yeah, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. For around 30 minutes. Got lost in the woods? Yeah. I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I'm relieved when I saw the blue studio door. So now what I'm thinking is that somebody straight up, I still think it could be anybody from the studio, okay, I could have had a bad audio right there. It could be anybody. Okay, let's take Penny out. It can't be Penny, because nobody saw her. She wouldn't know about the lip. I think it's somebody from the actual trailer. And that could only be the fat mother trucker or the producer. You know what I mean? Because they would know their way. Even my boy said he went through the woods. If the monkey fell, they would know how to get through those woods to go on their break, or to even perchance kill Hammer. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that they could be either Fat Mother Trucker or D. But I guess what happened next? When I came out to the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai? Yes, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he popped open the gate and went inside. Let's see, what then? Totally rocked before my eyes came out the bad guy? What sort of bad guy was it? Hammer? A guy, a person kind of tall, skinny? Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know, he was kind of far away. And he's being awfully vague. What's up, Mia? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Ugh. Was I putting up too much pressure on him? What is this with this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. However, how do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You didn't bring it? You did bring it, didn't you? No objection at all, Mr. Edgewood. Mr. Wright, how cruel are you to terrorize a poor child so? Mother Trucker, I don't care about morals. Tell me the damn truth. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. Damn all that ass, Phoenix, as you should be. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Cause your ass lying low key. Well, Cody. What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? Shit, see his freaking box? God dang. So you did have a camera. And you did use this camera. Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. My boy, you have a whole photo book of of his biggest fights. Wouldn't you want to see that? Of him actually killing the so-called guy? What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for a bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Is that all? Were you falling asleep? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is where we bring up the photo book. 100%. One, I can probably bring this up now. Let me save and bring this up now, cause low key, this only pertains to him. You know what I mean? This only pertains to him. You know what I mean? So let me hold up. Let me save just in case. This only pertains to him. I'm dumb as shit. 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 Load that back up. Load that back up. I'm dumb as shit. I should have heard you fully. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have heard you fully. That's all me. That's all me. Yeah, I had a camera with me. Oh wait, back. So why would you not bring that up into the first place? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to my action, couldn't keep my eyes off it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No, even with blood? Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Your ass look just... God, calm down. Nobody's gonna fight you, my boy. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah, what sort of person was this bad guy? He said he was just a normal, everyday guy. I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kind of know. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? My boy, what the frick do you know then? Why? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do? It was a samurai, this is samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. God, my voice, it's hurting. He's still being vague about this. Why? Why are you being vague? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play with this? If... Press him. Press that ass. You have to. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part on that ass, Phoenix. Cody, what the frick are you talking about? I get it, you 7, but low key, don't act like a fool in front of me. They treating you freaking ergonomics? My bad. What's the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. No, he did not. Double objection on that ass, Phoenix. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Did you freaking butter him up or something, Edgeworth? Did you? Tell me, what kind of murder uses a samurai slap or a samurai chop? Edgeworth, why are you freaking lying? You definitely freaking told the kids that, yo, I'll give you a freaking, I'll let you watch the whole movie or whatever if you just be vague. My point is, Cody, you must have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. On that ass. Order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? So, well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Thank me, God, Mr. Wright, answer. You have ascertained that the young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He couldn't watch? He was watching something else? Show evidence? What else would he be watching? Show evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Or why did Cody look away from the fight? Shit. Shit. Why did he look away? It's not this. Not this. Or this. Or this. Has to be one of these two. Maybe he was working on his camera and he's still trying to learn how to use. Called it. Called it. Called it. 100%. Called it. Has to be that. Has to be that. Has to be that. Here's my proof. What was that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at that crucial moment? Because he was looking at his camera. Oh, that ass, Phoenix. He was trying to take a picture. Hey. Bullseye. X marks the spot, mother trucker. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? No, but don't lie in court. Preston, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. He has a whole photo book. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? I'm recording? Yes, I am. Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more, or I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. She's on that ass. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of that fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. He's only 7, my boy, so I guess. I want my mommy. No photo. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just had escaped from my clutches of the villain. So I held my camera to take a picture, but the lens couldn't open in time and I missed it. That's all that happened, yup. Anything strange in that last testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to press him. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. No photo. Yeah, you're right, Pops. I knew I was right low-key. Stop lying, Pops. Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky hair geezer. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth. And I guess I'm... I hate about grown-ups. You're also self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness testify. Yikes! The Steel Samurai has just... He escaped from the villain's clutches, so you did see the beginning of the fight. Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai moving a little strange? Moving strangely? Moving strangely. Him limping, yeah. Shit, why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But the lenses wouldn't open, so I missed it. The lens is open, what did you see? A person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. Did he witness him walking away? That's what I'm wondering now, did he witness him walking away? I told you I didn't take a picture? But I've once got the lens open. Did he really take a picture and not even one? Press him a little bit. Now he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody, listen up, Cody. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. You always take a picture of of Steel Samurai's victories. Why are you lying? Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody. It's one of my powers. Oh, wow. It feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Why would you erase them? You erased them? Yeah. Why did you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victories? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture of that? Gotcha, Wes. Gotcha, Wes. Gotcha, Wes. Contradiction, solid evidence. How can I pick holes in a short testimony? Yes, I know me. I know. I'm on that ass. No, I'm on that ass. My bad, man. My bad. I was going too fast. I'm on that ass. Why would you? No, my bad. Shit, I'm clicking the wrong buttons. I can't present these anyway. Okay, present. You're lying. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Did Edgeworth, I know Edgeworth has his ways. Was Edgeworth like, yo, I'll let you see the Steel Samurai. I'll give you these trading cards. Or like, yo, I got some. Nah, I'm not going to say that. I was about to say, I got some candy for you. That's weird. You know what I mean? Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. You're right. What was it to you? What was it you told me then? I got every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. What's Sam? I got them all. I never miss one. A perfect collection. So his ass lying through his teeth. Why though, Cody? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victoriously over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. What did you keep it for your album? Stop lying, my boy. We're not gonna charge you like for murder or whatever, because clearly you can't do it, but you're lying. Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? Yes, it's called The Path of Glory. Freaking samurai, the Steel Samurai coming through, killing every single foe that comes to his path. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find that very odd, Your Honor? Among all of the pictures of the Steel Samurai taken, or of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Cody. Mr. Edgeworth, like he's done, like, what did he do? Order. Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation for this? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. What? What are you thinking? What? What? You just had a freaking orgasm. No, wait, why? Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. What? Mia, are you sure about this? Did he act? No, there's no way he actually did it. He's 7. No. Or is it what? The fat mother trucker? I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? What the frick happened? Why would that boy have erased the photos he took? The photos were blurry, he erased them by mistake. The Steel Samurai didn't win. The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. But how could it have killed him though? That's why the samurai, okay, that's why the samurai was, is that why the samurai looked like it was limping for real? You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No, wait, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit, what he saw could destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth? Order, I will have order. If the Steel Samurai lost, that would But how will the person die though? Let's say they fought, you know what I mean? And the Steel Samurai lost, and then the Samurai got a quick jab in, but he would still take a picture though. Witness, Cody, is this true? What do you see? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. What? There's no way this really was the kid. Cody, that day you saw. You tell me Cody really killed him? No way! There's no way! Does Samurai lose a fight? Right. Okay. You were right. The Steel Samurai fell down. But then he didn't move. So the Steel Samurai was the one that died? Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? My boy, we're trying to pull the truth now. Even I'm confused. The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. But he said the Steel Samurai lost and fell and didn't move. Meaning that maybe Hammer went into that samurai suit and then got punctured that way. But who was the person who was the villain though? Yeah, according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the only one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? Hammer was the victim? Steel Samurai was the victim. There was no victim. Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understood. Was Powers? No, he was asleep. No, okay, I was about to think something else. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and laid still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jackhammer was the Steel Samurai, exactly! Yes! Order! So the Steel Samurai in the photograph, you're saying was the man costume, this costume was the victim, Mr. Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jackhammer was present at the action scene. Jackhammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to the Studio One already? That's what everyone thought, but he had sleep pills, he was asleep. But remember, the old bag said in her testimony, on the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. I did see poor old Hammer, no. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. But why was he dressed up as Steel Samurai though? He already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station? Mr. Jackhammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room? Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. So he wanted to play the hero? Why would a victim do such a thing? He wanted to play a hero. I don't know. I get it. What? I thought that the steel samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops. Oh, me? What? Actually, it was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on the digital camera. What? The picture of who the guy was? Show us quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Mother trucker, we will get that camera from you no matter what. So, now. Here, this is it. Who was the camera? Okay, the spirit's there. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it. This is the proof we need. I will give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. What? The photo is all the evidence you need to win the trial? What? I'm confused now. Your Honor, may I see that photo one more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency in the facts, as we know them in the photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. The two.
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. It shows a freaking 2. That means somebody came from there. I see a gate. Might I draw the attention to the number on the gate? The number. Yes, well, it's hard to see, but it's a 2. Clearly not a 1. Your Honor, correct? I believe Miss Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But, that's impossible. What is this all about? Please explain that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. There's a clear freaking way from Studio 1 to Studio 2, meaning that freaking jackhammer was ready from Studio 1, you know what I mean? Or from Studio 2 and he came all the way to Studio 1 low-key. However, what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Studio 2?
Take that!
Here, at the Studio 2. I see. What would that explain 2 on the gate in the photo? Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in the Studio 2. The trailer in there, the path was blocked. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. The path was blocked. No filming is done there. No filming was done there. Studio is no longer being used for filming. I see. And this is significant. Why? Good question. I really should think. Shit! Why would you like to take another stab at to speak? Yes, Your Honor, if I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. The path was blocked. The trailer is there. Actually, I may recall the Studio 2 trailer. Now, on the day of the meeting was held on the very trailer. There is a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of the death. Yes! During that break, Mr. Sal and Dee went outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard the path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember, Sal's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could have not gotten to Studio 2, but they were in Studio 1 to begin with. Or Studio 2, I mean, my bad. Yes, so his ass has to be it. only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the ones with the access to the studio too. I'm so sorry, but I'm getting it though. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard saw, the person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer. Mr. Hammer was for some reason stole a Steel Samurai costume. I feel like because he wanted to play the hero, then he went to Studio 2. No. This is madness. Jackhammer went to the victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Low key? He took the costume and died. That would also mean why the costume left him, or why the costume was gone up from the scene, or why we can't find it, because they have it. The freaking the director and also the producer. Well, no, of course not. Do you have any proof? Give me proof that the victim Jackhammer stole their costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do, Mr. Wright? Now they're so surprised. Suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right though. Here's my proof that Jackson stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Shit, I didn't even think of that. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicion, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, examine Hammer's body. Fingerprint the bottle. It has to be. That's the only way. An idea? Very well. Let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take a procession of the bottle. Okay. Oh shit. This one's hurting. Like, what the frick is that? God, I'm freaking being stumped here. The court will suspend the proceedings of the current trial for today. New possibilities in the case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Obaj may have been the victim Jackhammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? I feel like he wants to be the hero. Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow? It's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. All right, so did my investigations. I wanted to cut it because I think the actual trials are more interesting, of course. But essentially, Van Quest, she's with the mafia, and then she had ties with Hammer. Essentially, Hammer killed a guy 5 years ago, and in doing so, or 5 years ago on purpose, and in doing so, Van Quest basically is blackmailing him, so that's why he will stoop so low, and that is also why, which we're going to try to prove, is why he did what he did by dressing up as the worker, or as the Steel Samurai. But we're going to see how that is. Let's go. Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and defense will be able to present decisive evidence. this freaking episode is long as shit. And to think that other episodes are coming through, they're gonna be just as freaking long. God dang, 3 trials? I was not expecting that. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. Nazi freaking Freak and Van Quest. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. His ass been freaking trifled with twice already. It's gonna happen again. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls Miss Steve Vasquez to the stand on that ass. Steve Vasquez is a producer who was present in Studio 2 trailer that day. And maybe that's why she was having a meeting. So she had a meeting and she essentially works with the mafia. You know what I mean? That could be who she was working with. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Steve, why are you smoking in here though? You can't smoke in here. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2? As everyone here knows, yes. I disliked needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Van Quest. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, you know she did it. Make her pay. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm on her ass. I'm biting it too. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. Hey, me and my boy Phoenix thinking about the same thing. We both want to see that booty. Back to it, so to speak. Day of the murder. I entered the trailer on a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. We found out it was not at Studio 1 though. Easy, I can easily get that. Easily get that. Where's that? Damn. I don't have nothing that said it was at Studio 2. I have nothing that could defend that. It was at Studio 2. I have a question on part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you. Van. There's a van at Studio 2. There is. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with all the monkey heads topping over. With that monkey head topping over, okay? You want after the meeting, okay? I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Objection on that ass. What we got, Phoenix? As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What is this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. Yes, a plate with sleeping pills on it. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you there was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Van Quest and Mr. Meliana ate at the table outside the trailer. And there was completely cleared. Yet there was no bones left on the plate. The plates were bare. Mr. Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? Her ass bite on the bone like a damn dog. You ate the bone too? You ate the boneless steak? You didn't eat steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Van Quest doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai, picking on Sal, meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. On that ass. Hey, body T. I see the figure. I need that. Order. Are you saying she met up with freaking Hammer and all that? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Van Quest. Damn, she looked good. And Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Are we lying? No. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? No objection here, Ezra. Stop trying to be difficult. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as the rest. Very well. Let's have a battle of wits, you and I. Shit. All right, let's have a battle in the bed. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yeah, it's the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you see, a woman of a petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You could, I don't know. I think you could. It's not impossible. How? How is it impossible? Well, maybe it's not impossible, but silence. I'm speaking. Shit. She put your heel in your face. She's stomping on your damn face. Oh. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I cannot possibly win such a fight. Not to mention there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the Steel Samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or did you mean to suggest that I could have wrestled it away from him? Yeah, take that, Mr. Wright. If you slam that desk again, she about to beat your ass. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey Nick, look at the data we have on the Samurai Spear in the core record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the Samurai Spear? It was broken. Wait, something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, we on that freaking ass. Please show us how she carried the body. She did not. She drove it. Miss Vasquez, you carry the body to Studio One? And you use the studio van to do it. How could you say that you brought up the van in this court and realize that I would not use it against you? You sexy mother trucker. She was not even ready for that ass. Recall your testimony. There has to be a rehearsal afterwards. There had to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. On that ass, my boy. Phoenix, Loki, you cooking now. You used that van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into a magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal that drove the van. Yes, he's in on it too. There's things he wouldn't even speak about. Yes, of course he was. Of course Sal was. He has to be a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into a costume. There was no way Ms. Van Quest could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that she had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered up in Hammer's blood. On that ass. They probably burned it in the small incinerator. On that ass. Well, Miss Van Quest, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. Damn, she's willing to lose like that? I win. You're really willing to give up like that? Um, so, what happens next? Uh, don't, me, don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean you did kill him? It was you! She literally said that though. She literally said that. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did it, Mr. Wright? We just engaged a battle of wits. In the result of the battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that's only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What, Order. Miss Edgeworth, your thoughts? I don't know what the frick is happening. Oh, of course, it was the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again? You did it! Miss Vasquez, you did it! That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I'm not sure that question helped this court again. Okay. Testify again! I'll let you testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the proof? Or what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Shit! Damn! To come so far, only to fail. Mia, please save me with your breasticles. Come on. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness. Shit! It's Edgeworth? Is Edgeworth about to come? Bro, if me and Edgeworth work together on this, there is no way. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. The frick out of my face. I was actually happy that you're about to freaking work with me to take her down. But very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just wanted to hear your testimony again. Does that make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Miss Edgeworth, I too see a little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, I do not know. I wanted to hear about what happened after they found the body. After that, they found the body. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized that she did it too. But wasn't he the one who said that he always gets a guilty verdict? After all, Edgeworth, he low-key on my side for I gotta respect the Edgeworth. After finding the body, I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying that he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I'll give it a shot. I don't know what else I got. Everybody acting tough now? But if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her neck. Right. After finding the body of the cell and old bag, the security lady, when we found the body, the assistant was there too? Okay. What time was that? 5 shit. Press it a little harder, a little harder. What were the other employees? Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put hammer in the costume with Sal. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy, the witness will continue her testimony. Taking up a nap, correct? So he says, can I just say that he was drugged? A dead body lying in front of us? Did you expect me to claim? Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? They're the other way around. You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Van Quest? Logically speaking, perhaps, but no one there was thinking very logical, I assure you. Also, without Mr. Steel Samurai's costume, Powers didn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting the location. Okay. Damn. Can't we say he was drugged? My bad. Are we watching all this happen?
Objection!
There had to have been something there. Why would you say that you weren't planning on rehearsing? What were you planning upon? You know what I mean? Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness' last statement. Are you gonna help me out, Edgeworth? Think. Ms. Van Quest said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know that the murder about the murder before going to the Studio One. My boy is working with me on that ass. He will always find a guilty verdict on that ass. Shit. Miss Edgeworth, what have you just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would have such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? Yes, I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Van Quest, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me on that ass, my boy. Hey, we going crazy together. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter, I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured, so he couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director, how did he tell you? Yeah, he was there. You have to find something to peg this on her, or everything we've done till now have been wasted. I believe you, Nick. Go get him. I'll try my best. Let me save real quick just in case. How could she have known?
Objection!
I guess that worked. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? What, my boy? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. And Will Powers was not the Steel Samurai. Huh. Huh. Shit, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. These cases are getting crazy. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through in the morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, but Sal was there to see the injury though. He must have gotten it wrong? No, I think not. Mr. Manuel, yes, he was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers. He would have known Mr. Powers was injured if he saw it happen. Why would he tell the wrong person? Tell you the wrong person. Miss Van Quest, you heard? Ooh. You saw that mother trucker lipping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manuel. You saw him lipping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Power who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too to act like he was Powers. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when he was doing this, well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Van Quest, you met him, didn't you? You saw Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured this morning. On that ass! Double teaming that ass! Order. I will have order. Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Van Quest. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. But Mother Trucker, 5 years ago, you blackmailed that Mother Trucker. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove that she has a motive? Of course I can prove that. What even question? I'm an attorney, man. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. Present to the court the evidence to Miss Van Quest. Okay. This is my proof. 5 years ago. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. Huh? I'm right, aren't I, Miss Van Quest? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Van Quest's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall was from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Van Quest, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bring us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer was the role of evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a consistent source of shame for the ex-star. One more moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who was killed. Oh, as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D, not the other way around. What motive would Vanquist have? Yes, that's right. According to what you said, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vanquist's motive for murder. Reveal, I have to. Shit, okay. Let me save a little bit. Shit. Allow me to present to the court, proving Miss Vanquist's motive. What the frick can I say? Her motive for killing him? For breaking a prop? Maybe she low-key had no motive. And she just did it because she is part of the mafia. Maybe she just did it because she saw his usefulness started to end. You know what I mean? So she wanted to kill his ass low-key. She had no motive. Is that it? She had no motive, Your Honor. What? What? That now? What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vanquist did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intended to kill Miss Vanquist. What? Is that true? What am I doing? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole Steel Samurai's costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for that purpose, you ask, to kill D. Vanquist, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. All right. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vanquist. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vanquist, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vanquist. No! Please don't die. Please, was this her lover? Shit. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again? What the frick just happened? This case had so many twists and turns. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vanquist? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found, so it's only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. How does it go so crazy? So many twists and turns? Jesus, I'm terrible. PM, District Court Defense Lobby, number 3. Well, my boy, you're free to go. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vanquist, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? What can I, why? What can I show? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Yes, of course. Phew. I'm not sure I wanted to go down that road. I don't know why. Why would he want to pin him? Because he took his spot? Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the steel samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into sweaty costume again. Oh yeah, they're not doing no more. I forgot to tell you guys that. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth. What? What? Do you got something to say? Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Benquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Powers. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Who are you? Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddened with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. If you really are doing good out there, aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. What can I do, my boy? I can't control that. That's what I came here to tell you. Okay? Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Let me see, I want to know too now. And the curtain closed on another trial. Caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios, throughout its program change, rethought their program change and went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess? Nick, this is it. The new show started today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? Frick no. I admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they would seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and the assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WPU gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Alright. Case closed. That one was a long one. Holy crap. 3 trials? And we have more episodes too, and maybe even potentially another one? This one was a freaking long one. God dang. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout something. Let me save real quick and we'll see what I can do.